You're Raptor, you finished the single player of Battlefield Hardline.
Yeah, that's right.
How was it? Please tell me everything about it.
Of course, it's like
Okay, wait. First the intro.
Oh,
I forgot about that. First the intro. I already interviewed you extensively about the multiplayer of Battlefield Hardline. Click on the screen for more about that. But Battlefield Hardline also has a single player that's a pretty big deal for the developer.
Yeah, they made a pretty big deal about that. I was at a review event in London where I played the multiplayer, and before that they had a presentation where the story was one of the 3 pillars of the game. So that's pretty significant for a multiplayer shooter.
So how's that police story?
Yeah, well, it's not really a police story. Well, in the beginning you're playing as a police, Nick Mendoza, but fast in the story there's corruption, and you get to prison by episode 5 after 10, and then you go after the mastermind. And it's really weird how some of the interactions go. Then there's a guy trying to escape with drugs, but it fails, and in the next scene you're like friends, like nothing ever happens. There are a lot of things like that. Also, when you're in prison for 3 years, then you get saved by someone, but she put you in prison. So, and then you're like friends very easily, and then he brings things up that makes no sense. It's really cheesy dialogues. It's not so cool, but the ending is pretty cool though, and the presentation as well. So the cast is the voice acting is really good, but yeah, with cheesy dialogues it's like a 50-50 story presentation, even when the graphics and the facial animations, for example, are really awesome.
Okay, clear. You said 10 episodes. How's the gameplay in that?
Well, there are the linear parts that you come to expect from a Battlefield single player, but the most time you're infiltrating awesome locations, like for example a expensive apartment, and you can do that by going in guns blazing or with stealth. And there's a unique feature that is pretty awesome, freezing enemies by showing your badge. But you can imagine that after episode 5 you're not with the police, so it's really weird to freeze guards at a high-end villa of a drugs lord, and they will easily surrender even if you don't have a badge. So that's pretty weird. But if you froze them, you can arrest them, and then they are knocked out, so they will not do anything. You get points for doing that, and it's not always looking good. That's something that's very painful to watch. Sometimes the face of enemies are going through glass or going through walls, stuff like that.
Yeah, you made a video about that. You can watch that by clicking on the screen. Also, the game has bad IE, right?
Yeah, that's the other bad part from the single player. The IE is namely really bad. When you're shooting, it's fine, but when you give them space, they just do stupid stuff. Sometimes they will not hit you when you're inside a building. And I was playing the game on veteran, but that only made me die faster. So yeah, the enemies are still not smart. They would not come after you. They will just do hopping things. It takes time for them to taser you, for example when you're running away from the police, stuff like that. You never get that sense that they are dangerous, like for example in Destiny that has pretty good IE. So that makes it all in all a less fun experience, when it could be really awesome if the IE was really good.
Earlier you said that you can earn the points in the single player by, for example, arresting guards, but what can you do with those points?
Well, when you take someone down or make a stealth kill, you get points, and bar will fill. But at the end it doesn't really make any sense, because in episode 7 you're like maxed out, so you don't get any points anymore. But with those points you unlock new weapons, new gadgets. You can choose them via the multiplayer menu. It's the same menu. Choose your gadgets. For example, a grappling hook that makes you go on top of a building and then infiltrate the house that you have to infiltrate. It's really awesome. You can also do a med pack or ammo, so that's pretty handy. Also the weapons all feel really differently. Of course Battlefield shoots really fine, and another cool feature that you also earn points for are the high-end criminals that you have to arrest. Those are like 3 in 1 episodes, so you really have to play it stealthy to arrest them, because you need to show your badge, or if you don't have a badge, just say freeze, and then they will yeah, you can arrest them and get points, and that makes some replay values. You can get a trophy if you have them also. That's pretty cool. Maybe I will do that. I really liked it. So,
Well, thanks again, Raptor.
yeah, no problem.
I think we covered almost every aspect of the single player of Battlefield Hardline.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Any final verdict, a score for the single player of this shooter by Visceral Games and EA?
Yeah, 6.9. That's a scoop, by the way.
Cool, man. Thanks. Do you want to say something before we go?
Yeah, of course. Like the video if you did, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel for more awesome gaming video and Battlefield Hardline related stuff. I got the IE video up, my multiplayer presents are up, and also I will do some Your Place, where I infiltrate a building in some later missions in the game on veteran mode. So that should be pretty awesome for you to watch. Look out for that on your Raptor, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the interview again, man.
Yeah, you too, man. It was fantastic. Hopefully we can do this more with other games.
Okay.
I sure want to do more of these. If you have any feedback on this format, or if you like it or not like it, please tell me in the comments below. That will help me develop my content for future videos in your Raptor. So look out for more Battlefield Hardline stuff in the coming days, and I will see you next time. Thank you very much for watching this channel. Really appreciate it, and love you guys. Goodbye.